The Learning Gate, we're a private nonprofit. It's been around for about 40 years, and we basically provide a child care and preschool program to families in Somerset County. We have children who do not receive any assistance, and then we also have children who receive a subsidy through a state voucher. And that's called New Jersey Cares for Kids, or the Work First program. So about 70% of our families receive some type of assistance, and then 30% are regular tuition. Volunteers, we have a lot of opportunities for volunteers. They can volunteer to help out with the kids, basically just assisting in the classroom, and what they end up doing is really interacting with the kids, playing with them, and it works out really well for high school students or someone who's considering education or early childhood as their field. One of the many parents who are involved help out in the classrooms, donate materials, and participate in different ways. One of them is Cindy McConnell, and her daughter April they're a really good part of the program. Cindy is a dedicated, involved parent who loves her child and would basically do anything she can for her and for the success of the programs.
I'm Cynthia McConnell, and this is my daughter April Rose, and she's my little blessing from God. I was 41 years old when I had her. I had lost 3 previous pregnancies, and I didn't think I'd ever be a mommy. And then finally I became a mommy. And me and her father broke up. We weren't married. And I was like, what am I going to do? I have an 18-month-old child and was working in a construction company at the time. And so I was doing okay. Then he laid me off with all this whole crunch of the economy. He couldn't afford to pay me. Work got real slow. He laid me off, and I said, I'm going back to school and finishing. So I went and finished my construction technology degree, and now I'm going for the paralegal. Now I'm working straight every day to get all my work done for this degree. It is very hard. But she's pretty good. She knows if mommy's got to come home and do homework, she'll play or something. So I'm happy I brought her here. I'm happy they accepted her and they treat her like one of their own kids, which that's what I wanted. It has been wonderful, because if I had to pay this, I couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. I have my own apartment, me and her. And if I had to pay a high tuition for her to go to school so I can go to school, I'd be living with my mother, and I wouldn't even be in this county. But it's great knowing that I'm at school and I don't have to worry about her. She's safe and she's happy, and that's a big relief. And it's been a good experience. I think she's a lot smarter than I was at her age. She really is. So things that they're doing in kindergarten, I did in like 2nd grade. That's the difference in our education now. So, yeah, I remember, learning your letters, your sounds, and all that, which she can do all that. I didn't do until maybe 1st grade, and then I started to read in 2nd grade. And so I wanted the best for her, like any parent would. I didn't just want to shove her off to anybody. I wanted a safe and a happy place where she'd learn and have friends, because she's an only child, and that was important, to be with other children. I didn't want to just be with a babysitter with no other kids. It's enough she's a single child. So, and she has a blast here. So she's always made friends since she was little, coming here, and she just loved the interaction with other little kids. So I think it's been very healthy for her. And all the kids come up to me and they all know me. And so I help watch on the playground. If one of the child's got to go to the bathroom, that's one less. So I'll hang out and wait until one of the teachers or assistants come back. Which I don't think is any big deal, because I play with them. So it's a break in my day. But it's fun, and then I'm glad they're all comfortable with me too. From not having any education like me when I was her age to going to preschool, I think it's very beneficial to children. It's been a real help. I couldn't have her here if it wasn't for the United Way subsidizing so I can pay the tuition, I can afford it. And that's what's getting me my education, and hopefully, I'm hoping my hard work is an influence on her, so she'll know, hey, mommy has tried and worked really hard, and this is where we are. And we're working for a dream to get a house so we can have a nice home. So it all begins with having her here in a safe place so I can go and concentrate on my thing, on my education. I'm hoping she's going to have the love to read that I have. And they stress books, and at home we stress books, and she knows not to, scribble or break them or tear them or anything. We respect books. So I want her to be able to read and comprehend and just love to learn. And here she gets that start.
The funding that we receive from the United Way plays a huge impact on the success of the Learning Gates programs. Through that funding, we're able to run a quality program to offset the cost of care that we receive for about 70% of our children who are in the subsidy program. As April grew and as she moved into the preschool programs, that her presence became, she became pretty much a part of the Learning Gate family. Knowing Cindy and the other families that we're able to provide assistance for is knowing that we're making a difference in their lives. They're able to go to school, further their education, maintain full-time employment while they're assured that they have quality child care for their children.